This is NBC 10 News.
Right now at 5, from repeal and replace to repair. That is the new strategy for lawmakers on Capitol Hill. We're talking about the Affordable Care Act, President Obama's signature but controversial health care law.
Opponents have been calling to repeal and replace it for years, but tonight, two of our local congressmen are working together on a new type of solution. NBC 10's Lauren Make sat down with both of them. And Lauren, the most remarkable thing here is these congressmen are from two different parties.
Yeah, Keith and Aaron, this is a bipartisan health care bill, and that's why we wanted to talk to them, not just about the bill itself, but to get some insight into how Democrats and Republicans can work together, even on an issue that has divided them.
In Washington, the president has previewed another health care debate on the horizon.
The Republican Party will soon be known as the party of health care.
But in the meantime, two lawmakers from different parties are joining forces.
Do you consider this to be strengthening Obamacare?
It's fixing it.
Brian Fitzpatrick is a Republican from Pennsylvania. Andy Kim is a Democrat from New Jersey. They're teaming up on a bipartisan health care bill called the SAVE Act, which would give states funding to set up their own health care exchanges instead of using the federal one.
Do you have any concerns that if more states do set up these state exchanges, that the costs will just continue to go up for those who are on the federal exchange?
Well, right now what we're trying to figure out is what we can do to lower costs for our constituents, for people in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. And when we see that those states that are on state exchanges have been able to control a lot of those costs, you know, that's sort of our first and foremost. But certainly we have concerns about the federal as well. So we're able to work on both of those together.
At least on this issue, these two lawmakers have found a bipartisan way forward on health care legislation.
If Obamacare is strengthened or fixed, as you said, it could make it more difficult to dismantle. How do you think some of your Republican colleagues would take that?
I think the bottom line is we need a healthy health care system that works for all of us. That's what we need. It shouldn't be about repeal, replace. I mean, it should be about having a health care system that makes sense and that works for everybody.
They both advocate taking politics out of the equation, a difficult task in Washington.
What we're trying to do is find some solutions right now, things that can actually get passed into law in the age of a divided government.
Both Congressman Kim and Congressman Fitzpatrick represent swing districts, so politically it may be easier for them to reach across the aisle than some of their colleagues in solidly Democratic or Republican districts. And they are continuing to look for ways to work together. They told me the opioid crisis is another issue they're interested in tackling together. Live in the newsroom, I'm Lauren Make.